What's up, YouTube? It's Melting Metal Anthony here with another one for you. So this morning, it's Monday morning. I was a little slow on work, had a few shop projects to do, and I get a call from a guy who needs a boat trailer repaired. I figured this would make an excellent YouTube video. The guy is stuck in a Walmart about an hour away from us right now. So this is an emergency repair. We're gonna go there, we're gonna knock it out for him. And I thought, hey, maybe I had a piece of 2x3 to repair the frame on his trailer laying around here. Nope. It reminds me of that old saying, water, water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Because I have 9,000 pounds of metal, but of course not the metal I need this morning. Let's get to it. All right, so we're in Elkhart Coal, and we're gonna head out to Bushnell. That's where this job is. On the way, we're gonna have to stop at Crumpton Welding Supply and hope that they have a couple of pieces of material. If they don't, we're gonna have to go to Day Metal, which is another welding shop, because they stock a shitload of metal and they'll sell you drop or even new metal, and see what they got going on. And we might even get to see my boy Herminio at work. I don't know how thrilled they'll be about me filming in their place, but I think they'll get over it. So I'm here at Crumpton Welding Supply. They had this little shed full of just a couple of miscellaneous pieces of metal. We're gonna see if they got the 1x1 I need and also the 2x3. If they don't, we're just gonna take some angle, patch over the dude's trailer. All right, so here's the job. Here's what we're dealing with. As you can see, it's pretty mangled. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take that angle I picked up over at Crumpton Welding Supply, cut that to size, and then patch it on the bottom, and that should be good enough to get this gentleman home. Yeah, we just started the camping thing last.
The boat I just bought off of Craigslist, and it has a blown manifold gasket on it, so it gets water into the engine.
Oh, okay. So you're fixing it?
So I got a gasket for it. And I knew that much. That came with the honest disclosure. I didn't know about the trailer and the bondo over the top of it.
Oh no, they bondoed over it?
Oh, you can see down there.
So they've actually put.
Look at that.
Oh man, that's fucked up to do.
So they bonded over the rust.
Do you want me to try to take care of this? If we're within the 3 hours and I got the metal, I mean, we might as well.
Yeah, if it's something you can.
Man, yeah, check that. Oh, that's crazy. That's messed up. Yeah, I seen that on a dump truck lift axle one time. Somebody bondoed over that.
The boat seems like it was taken pretty good care of.
Yeah, the boat looks good.
They seem to have neglected the trailer.
Yeah, these trailers don't last down here.
23 years old, the boat.
Yeah, and if the trailer's that old too, man, honestly, a steel trailer lasting 23 years is... You're doing okay. I don't know who in their right mind would bondo something like that, though. You know? All right, she's looking okay. All right, so we got it pretty much leveled out. It's looking pretty good. If I need to pump it up a little bit more, we'll do that. But we're gonna go over here and start cutting our material. Oh, by the way, this was like 20 bucks, so it wasn't too bad. And I couldn't find any pieces of metal in the house, or else I would have just thrown it in for you. Yeah, Melting Metal Anthony.
I mean, just to give it the work.
Well, here for the money. I'm not here for the money. I truly enjoy. The thing I don't like is the noise. This piece here is probably good enough to do that back piece. Let me just take a peek. After I beat that down and sand it in a little bit, it'll be just fine. And that'll get you down the road. I mean, it ain't a permanent type deal, you know. Where's that wire go?
Had that 2x3, would you cut that piece out and replace it?
I would have tried to, but honestly, now that I'm looking at it, no. This is all rotten in here.
Rotten all the way back.
Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, it's hard to tell once, because you know, there's times where it's literally just from a lack of a weep hole that there's a problem, you know? So they actually bondoed over the rot here, which is pretty wild. Like, I can't believe somebody did that. I mean, I've seen it before, that's for sure, but I don't know why Bondo people think Bondo is a substitute for metal. It's messed up. You know, now this gentleman has to deal with it. So this is what we ended up with after I knocked the Bondo off. I mean, you can see they're really just plastering Bondo in there. But yeah, that's a pretty nasty thing to do. This isn't the first time I'd run into Bondo shoved into rust. One time I was taking care of a dump truck lift axle where they actually bondoed over the rot over every hanger. That was probably a lot sketchier than this job, but this one is definitely not giving me the warm and fuzzies. Yeah, that's not good, to say the least. Shows you how strong metal really is, though, huh? Like, I'll have a bunch of comments on this video, like, oh, you shouldn't have done that job. I would have walked away. Well, you know what, man? You're stuck on the side of the road. You understand that this is not the end-all, be-all. That's all I can do, you know? Take your hammer. Yeah. Hopefully, all these people become YouTube viewers instead of just rubberneckers. As you can see, there's nothing cut and dry about this repair. Whoa. And, oh man, redfish. That's the best.
Yeah, well, that was the plan with the boat. Was hoping to get some fish.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, man, try for redfish or trout. Sea bass is kind of fucking gross in my opinion. Some people love it. I don't like a fishy fish. This fitment was the only place I didn't have to apply a Texas TIG method. So we got this side done. I had to apply a Texas TIG method because it's just so rotten down here that any sort of heat I put into it, I mean, I'm only running at like 80 amps. I'm just blasting right through this metal. So we whipped out the Texas TIG method and that seemed to take care of it pretty well. Now we're gonna work on the other side. I already did some of the other side, but not much of it. And we're just gonna do our best with this. There's really no permanent fix for this besides get a new trailer, but working with what we got. Even with dropping my amps down to 75 and running downhill, I still had blow-through issues. Well, we know we're getting full penetration. All right, guys, this is the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and take the jack out and see if this thing collapses or it stays up. All right, looks like we're fairly successful. So it's not my best work ever. It's not my worst, but you can see, I mean, there's still rust holes up here. He's not trying to keep this trailer forever. He's just gonna get this and use it to transfer to another trailer just to get from point A to B. But you can see it's still rotting out on the inside. It should get him to where he's needing to go. But we still have one more piece to fix down here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plate over the front and the top on this. Actually, I might be able to use the angle iron on this just the opposite way I used it on the other one. Because I mean, this is actually, I mean, it's not great, but it's actually not too bad right here. So let's see if the angle iron will work. If it won't, then we're gonna need to make a plate for this and a plate for that. That isn't, no, I don't think so. We're gonna have to cut some plate. This isn't gonna work for this, unfortunately. I mean, there's just other problem spots where you can see right here. I won't pick at it too bad, but you got something right there. And I also pointed this out, you know. So, I mean, really, this trailer is just on its last leg, unfortunately. And I mean, even if you look down into the axle right there in the center, when the top's rusting on your axle like that, you know you got some real problems. Here's a great reason I carry miscellaneous plate on the truck. You just never know when it's going to come in handy. Normally I wouldn't imply such a harsh whipping technique, but what I'm trying to do is whip the metal from the plate I'm welding on and push it back down into the frame so that way I don't keep blowing through like I have been. It works. I'm starting out by only tacking the places where the plate is flush, and I'm going to use the tacks to help bend the plate to the contour of the trailer. So that's it. It ain't pretty, but it should get him to where he's going. Jobs like this, I know a lot of you guys wouldn't take, but who else is gonna do it? Jesus Christ, get a fucking muffler. But anyway, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to take care of things like this, and today it happened to be me. He was a nice gentleman, so that was really the only reason I took this job, because I kind of like the guy. He's got a lot more problems with this trailer. I'm just gonna tell him, take it easy, and make it to where you're going, and then, you know, let that be the end of it. Go get a new trailer. But anyway, I'm Melting Metal Anthony. I appreciate you watching. If you like what you saw here, subscribe, share, you know, do the whole nine. I'm going to be pumping out more content like this. Hopefully not exactly like this, but you know what I mean. Otherwise, keep dragging rod, keep pushing MIG, and have a great day.